Problem 4-23. Graph a system of equations to solve 2 times the absolute value of the quantity x minus 4 minus 3 equals 2/3 of x minus 3. Show your solutions clearly on your graph. All right, so we're going to solve this equation, and we're going to do it by using our graphing calculator. This is very similar to problem 4-22. Let's use one of the methods that we practiced on the last problem there to get our answers. I'm going to take this equation and I'm going to break it into two functions. I'm going to take my left side, make it a function, and I'm going to take my right side and make it a function. Then I'm going to graph each of them on the calculator, and then we'll look at their intersection points. So the first one here, I've got y equals, and we're going to say 2 times the absolute value of x minus 4. And then we have minus 3 on the outside. And our second equation will be y equals 2/3 times x minus 3. Now this one here is an absolute value function, so remember that should make that V shape. Should make kind of that V shape there. Remember, this is your stretch factor. You've got your h and your k. And this one is just a line. So if you didn't have your graphing calculator there, you could take this and you could graph it on a sheet of notebook paper or graph paper if you wanted to do that there. But I'm going to take it and do it on the graphing calculator. I want you to be comfortable with seeing your solutions using one of these resources. So let's go in here, and I'm going to take this, and I realize that I had written my first equation in red and written the second one in blue, and it's going to graph them as the opposite. So I'm actually going to change my colors there. If you want to change your colors on your graphing calculator, if you have one of the TI-84 plus C editions here, you can go in there, just arrow to the left, go in here, and then you can arrow to find a color that you like. And red should be in there somewhere. There it is. I'm going to hit enter, and that's fine. Enter, enter. And I'm going to go down and change my second one to blue here. So my cursor is over it. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to press, I believe it should be to the left one. There it is. Enter, enter, enter. All right, now that'll kind of coordinate the colors here for us so it won't be as confusing. Go back over here. I'm going to graph 2 times absolute value. And there's a couple ways to get to absolute value. Remember, you can go into math and go over 1. If you have the shortcut arrow, you can go into alpha, window, and absolute value is choice number 1 there. And then I'm going to put in my x minus 4 inside of my absolute value brackets. And outside, we are subtracting 3. Arrow down. Remember to put in a fraction in. Using the shortcut menu, you can do alpha, y equals, and you can go to number 1. If you don't use that method, then you need to make sure that you end up thinking about whether or not you need parentheses. So I have 2/3 x minus 3. Let's graph our two functions here, and now we're going to see there's our absolute value function, and there is our linear function. We can take that now, and I'm going to pull my graph out here so we can look at it. And when we're talking about what is the solution to the equation, we have to look at the intersection points. Let's just lock that in place. Okay, to look at the 2 intersection points, we've got an intersection point right here, and that's going to be at 1, 2, 3, then down 1 there. So we've got the solution 3, -1. And we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 1. Got the solution 6, 1 there. Now this is the solution to the system. This is the solution to the system. The solution to the equation here is going to be focusing on the x coordinates. So we know that x should equal 3 or x should equal 6. Those would be the solutions to the equation here. The solution to the system, though, are those 2 points there. If you have questions, please make sure you ask your teacher. I hope this helped out there. Thanks for listening. This is problem 4-23.